What's going on, Jackson? What's going on? Just kind of making sure that everything's straight. Monday. What's going on, everybody? How y'all doing today? Hope all is well. Hope you had a good weekend. I hope whatever you know, whatever floated your boat, float and sailed on. You know what I mean? I wanted to yeah, yeah, we had a Yo, I'm gonna say something about that J trade strike, right? You know what I'm saying? It's a lot. But for I want to tell you that I hope you had a good night rest, and I hope you're gonna have a very good week. Whether you're going to work, you're coming from work, or you're at work. However the case may be, I hope you have a real good week. Oh, believe me, do me a favor, click like and share and subscribe to the video, please. You know what I'm saying? I'm really doing this for you, the resident. Because without you, you know what I'm saying. You gotta be informed. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's my job to do that. I want to just give it to you from my perspective. You know what I'm saying? Because man, I tell you the truth, you ain't gonna hear it you ain't gonna hear it nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna hear it nowhere else. You know. I go into these echo chambers on Facebook and stuff, and I hear a lot. I hear a lot of, read a lot of comments, a lot of posts and stuff like that about, what's going on, events, things like that, what people doing and everything. And that's all good, and I'm glad. Big ups to all of those individuals. They got the guts to get up and try to do something with themselves. Besides, not just only working the 9 to 5, but they really trying to do something else. So yeah, I'm just trying to extend the same courtesy to all of you, the residents. You know what I'm saying? Because man, you got to do something out here, because in order for you to make it and make the city be what it is, and not depend on these politicians and stuff to help us, because ain't nobody gonna help. Only, like I say, the only helping hand you got is the end of your elbow. And in us helping each other. Which black folks got to really, really, really start really thinking about this. I hope the Nolan Xavier Wells situation has created a shift in the minds of us black folks. I really do, because it's constantly, this stuff is constantly being perpetuated, and it's like, how is it that nobody's saying nothing? I mean, everybody's got something to say about this, but nobody is saying anything about seeking justice for this man. I was just looking at the news channel today. There are some deflecting, what? They are they are very much deflecting. I have no diggity doubt that video is authentic. It's authentic. That ain't no hoax. Because I'm quite sure it's been fact checked. It's been analyzed. But the news media, they're trying to do everything to protect the sheriff's investigation. Got folks coming up on there saying a lot of these videos, and I know what that sucker was referring to. He was referring to that audio, that audio version where that fella called in and said the boat was sinking. You know what I'm saying? They had the full audio on it. The full audio. And then they trying to make it like your mind is playing tricks on you. Shout out to Willie D and the good old boys. Cause Willie D put it down, son. Yo, Willie D, yo, if you could ever get this video, yo, the 601 network, the Willie D, listen to me good. Yo, you putting it down, dude. You putting in that work. And that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? You put in that work. I got to give it to you, my man. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad you using your celebrity to do something real straight, real positive. You know what I'm saying? Because, yo, man, I'm telling you, yo, we need people like yourself. Who gonna stand up? Who gonna stand up? I'm gonna stand up. But I'm talking about who that's famous gonna stand up like what you doing. I ain't seen nobody doing what you doing. D.L. Hughley stood up. Don Lemon stood up. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really see like a whole lot of folks standing up. Everybody that I see that stood up for this was folks like myself, regular podcasters. Folks is coming in with analyzing from their points of views. And who the hell are them to say on the mainstream media what you should and should not listen to? A lot of the stuff that you get from us, shoot, be the real news. Cause by far they're not gonna tell it. They're gonna tell bits and pieces of it, and then it's gonna go away. They're gonna be on to something else. And yo, I'm telling you, that's all they do. And then when you come up with something, they want to deflect. That's how the mainstream media is. That's why I have no respect for them. None. Until they come up off their high horse, because they think they got control. That's what this whole thing is about. But they just don't know the radio got more control than they do. The radio got way more control than they do. The radio airwave frequencies got way more control than that television news media. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, it's crazy. But like I said, they'll bring a lot of folks on there to try to deflect. Well, we don't want to jeopardize this case. They already jeopardized the case. We don't want to be divided. It's already been divided. Newsflash. This Nolan Wells case didn't divide this country. This country don't need no. It's on the suit. Man, please. It's automatically divided. Yo, I remember Willie D said it's already on autopilot. It's real. And it's real. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, look, let me say this. Regardless to what has happened, the fact that a young man lost his life, that should be the key, main factor in all of this. And justice is going to roll regardless to what they try to, if allegedly they're trying to cover up some things, justice still going to roll. Justice going to roll, baby, like a mighty stream. You know what I'm saying? You know, I want to see them all. I want to see everybody get justice. Everybody get justice. You know, whoever is involved. You know what I'm saying? Whatever go down, whatever come out the wash, I hope justice roll down like a mighty stream. You know, because for me, I'm not comfortable with this whole thing. Now I heard some of the views and opinions of funeral homes talking about, yeah, it's normal for them to hold the lungs, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But, you know, the man's neck, his throat and all that stuff, I'm not feeling all that. You know what I'm saying? And why wasn't the second autopsy, did the second autopsy get a look at that? No, they didn't. That's why he went to the back of the young man's head and looked at them abrasions. So once again, like I said before, I'm gonna just tell you just like this here. It's all gonna come out in the wash. When it, I'm telling you, if it don't come out the wash, it's gonna come out in the rinse. I guarantee you that. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, on to this J-Tran mess. I swear. This J-Tran mess, for me, of course, we all know it's an uphill battle. And I told you guys. Like I said, according to what I read, it looks like that they want to give those drivers what they want them to have. And it's not competitive. They're not competitive. It's not competitive. They didn't come to a consensus. They're still on strike. So it remains to be seen. Kenneth Stokes is he got to put his I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna say it this way. He gonna have to put his resolutions where his mouth is. Because but like I say, and I'm your faithful warner. Kenneth Stokes, if you hear this video, I'm your faithful warner, sir. You're playing with fire. Because they spent MV Transports in some bread. And they're still spending bread with them new drivers, them temporary drivers they got coming in. That's all the expense. Now, maybe that's on them. Because that's probably going to be on them because they chose to do that. But what about changing these routes? That was no cost to the city, according to them. Now, it's not what I said. It's not what Raphael Bird said. It's what they said. No cost to the city. Was it that part of contingency for them to come up in here? I think it was. Now, hey, like I said, if them songs go slowly and go quietly in the night and get on down, hey, chuck them the deuces. Chuck them the deuces. But I just think about the potential lawsuit back a couple of years ago when Richard's Disposal got in here, you see, and how the former mayor told Richard's Disposal to go on to pick up the trash. And they picked up the trash for a long period of time and they didn't get paid. But when they with that performance, see, they would have crippled the city if that man would have filed a lawsuit. Come on, you know that. You know that, resident. Let's just keep this real. Many of you know, if you go somewhere and you do a job and you don't get paid, you have every right to sue. Because if they don't tell you that you can't do the job, they said that their silence, they acquiesce through their silence. So that means they agree without objection. They agree without protest. So that's kind of that's the gray area that I'm looking at. You know, like I said, I could be wrong, but I mean, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be far-fetched because they did put up some bread. MV Transport did put up some money. But what I'm not understanding, well, no, I'm not. I'm bull crapping. I'm bull crapping because they went up on the fares, right? After this whole thing, whatever, boom, boom, they went up on after they did the routes, whatever, and they went on strike that last time they came back. The first time they came back, boom, boom, and they went up on the fare. You know, everybody got recertified, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They went up on the fares, $3 for paratransit. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what it was for the bus, for the regular standard bus. But point being is that they trying to recoup their losses. That $3 that they spent, that they went up on, that's a recoupment. That's a recoupment. As long as you got riders, as long as they riding, on time and doing this, folks gonna recoup. They're gonna get a recoupment. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? And now this strike stopped them from recouping, but they said, no, we're not gonna do that because we're gonna bring in these other, what's the name? That's to keep the city going. See, it's a lot of factors in this. I'm really concerned about that. I'm really concerned about them coming with a lawsuit in case somebody puts up not an ordinance, but a resolution to get rid of them. I'm really concerned about that. That's something that I'm concerned with. You know what I'm saying? As a resident, because the city is already, according to the mayor, is strapped for cash. So, we gotta, they constantly shifting budgets and things of that nature. But all in all, look, I'm like this. They're gonna find some money somewhere. They'll find some money somewhere. But, I just think that this whole thing could have been resolved let me say it like this here. This whole thing could have been avoided had MV Transport came in here correctly. MV Transport came to this table correctly. All this old sneaking in through the back door, all this old junk that they did. Come on, B. First impressions are lasting. What you do in the beginning is what you're going to do in the end. And you probably going to do it all throughout the time. You come in showing your natural. Trust me, you're gonna do that through the whole entire duration, cause you figure ain't nobody can't tell you nothing until somebody opposes you. Ain't nobody tell you nothing. So don't be foolish, man. Don't be foolish, resident. Don't let them fool you on this thing here, because like I said, that J-Train thing. I'm glad them drivers standing up. I am so glad. If y'all drivers hear this video, I'm proud of every one of you. Workers, everybody. What's up with that? Shout out to Willette, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the drivers that know me, you know what I'm saying? Can't count you all, can't name you all, but all you drivers that know me, what's up? Stand up, keep it moving. Y'all ain't been out there in that hot sun for nothing. This is not for nothing. They're saying that y'all ain't no pushover and y'all not finna take this crap. I don't know your last name, but your name is Charles. You the leader of the, what's the name? Shout out to you too, bro. Keep the pressure on them. Look, if they paid bread for the, if they paid the bread for them to come, if they paid the bread for them other drivers to come in here, they could pay them folks too. That's just the bottom line to it. Bottom line. So, it's all going to be remains to be seen in the upcoming days. You know what I'm saying? On what type of consensus folks is going to come to. Because I can guarantee you this. I really, really would like to. I really wish I was a fly on the wall, son. Real talk. I wish I was a fly on the wall. Because I want to see I want to hear what Christina Welch is saying. I swear. I want to see what she's saying. Wish I was a fly on the wall. Because, man, I know she tied in between them. I want to know what's in that contract. I want to know how this whole damn thing went down. Because I know part of it. But I'm saying I want to know concrete. I want to have concrete evidence what really went down. Because, man, I'm like, for real, it's just mind-boggling for me that, you know what I'm saying, that we had a company came in here, TransDav, and they was getting it together. They didn't even, they came in 2019. They came in 2019. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. 5 years. Cause, let me see, 24. Cause that's when MV Transport took over 5 years later. Alright, cool. My point is okay, 24, 25, 26. This is 2 years. 24, 25. 24, 25, 26. Yeah. That's just 2 years. TransDav didn't give us no problems. Even though TransDav, for the 5 years that they was in here, they was trying to get it right. You can't get it right, like, because it was so jacked up. It was so jacked up. Habits were made that needed to be broken. It was just, and it was jacked up. But when they got it right, MV Transport came in, and believe me, they was getting it right. I seen it in there. I seen the way it was moving. TransDav was getting it right. But I don't know. That's why I said it was some gritty and grimy mess that, maybe, I don't know, it could have been they was gonna up their price or whatever. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at it from holistically. I'm not looking at it from just one side. Maybe TransDav was gonna up their price and the city was like, nah, we can't afford that. You know what I'm saying? Like Waste Management did. And we couldn't, because I think Waste Management wanted a mill too. You know what I'm saying? And they said nah. And then what's the name? Them they came in and cut them a deal. It's like, yo, we'll do it for this amount. I think it was at first. I think it was like for 600. I think it was 600. I think it was. I'm not sure. But I know it was at a low. It was low, way lower than what Waste Management was asking. You see, and it was like, and they was like, nah. You know what I'm saying? So he brought this guy in. You know what I'm saying? Because, the more and more I really think about this stuff, there's something ain't right with this. I just, with the garbage. I really, it was something more to that than what's going on. Call me a conspiracy theorist, whatever you want to call me. 1-800 collect don't work no more. You know what I'm saying? But my point is that I don't know what happened with TransDav, but I know the way MV Transport came in that door was wrong, and I stand 10 toes down on it. I'll say it to them. They came in here wrong. So, but anyway, I don't know. I hope we have another online meeting with them. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Cause see, now the gloves is really off. So, I mean, I'm talking about with this whole entire situation. One glove was off, but now gloves is off. The gloves is really off because now we talking about down to our bare knuckles that they fighting. They really fight for what they want, and them drivers need to get it. That's it for me. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Look, do me a favor, click like and share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Leave a donation, Foresight. $, Foresight 718. That's $, FORESIGHT 718. Yo, look, Show a brother some love. You know what I'm saying? Look, we talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. Stay encouraged.